This is the second time this morning that we're doing this assembly, and I think this time is a little different than the first time, which was for freshmen and sophomores. I think everybody in this room, almost everybody in the room, will remember 3 years ago, because Jack Charles Levy was the senior for the seniors that are sitting in this room, and his brother Mark is a classmate of everyone in the 11th grade. So I think we all remember the day, the time, the tragedy, the difficulty of losing one of the really most special people that I can remember. I'm here for almost 25 years, and there's very few students that stand out in my mind as much as Charles Levy does, as Jack Charles Levy. He was really someone that lit up the school, you know, the orange color that you see and that you know, and that some of us are wearing today, and that you see with the balloons, and that you know from the Jack Charles Levy gym that we have downstairs. It was his way of life. It was his way of going about things. It was exuberant. It was vibrant. It was exciting. It was try stuff, as you're going to hear a lot about today. And I'm proud on behalf of the whole school to be able to say that we've taken the incredible setback of losing this very special person, this special soul, and not losing him, and making sure that we hold on to everything that he stood for, and perpetuating his legacy in the way that he would want. And that's what today is all about. Today is all about taking the messages, the life lessons of a person who lived a life that by length was way too short, but by quality and by impact, he squeezed out every drop. And this day is a big part of that. And this is a day I'm proud to say that we'll have for forever to be able to remember this very special person. When you think about school, you think about development of the mind, and with good reason. We spend a lot of time learning and developing our minds, whether it be around Torah or secular studies like math or science or English. And that's a big part of what we need to do. But it's very important to remember that as much as there is a mitzvah to develop our mind, there is also a mitzvah to take care of our bodies, because our bodies hold our minds. When we have health, we are able to do the things that Hashem put us on this earth to do. And when we don't, everything becomes much more complicated, if not impossible. So today's day is a day of awareness around that idea. A day of thinking about, how can I take care of the special keli that Hashem gave me, my body? How can I take care of it, make it healthier, make it stronger, make it last longer, make it do things better, in order that I could live my purpose in life, to keep the Torah mitzvot, to love people around me, to make the world a better place. These are all things that we're here for. These are all things that Hashem expects of us. These are all things that need a healthy body and spirit to be able to do. So today's day, a very, very special day. I'm so proud and honored to welcome Jack's family and close friends here, and to count ourselves as part of his family and his influence. And I wish everybody a very, very special and meaningful day that really helps you think about this and perpetuate Jack's legacy by taking up the messages that he taught us in word and, more importantly, in deed. So it's with great honor I turn on the video, and then you'll hear from some of Jack's family.
One thing I can work on is in my eating habits. I would like to have a healthier lifestyle.
Okay, I want to try to exercise at least once a week.
I want to try skydiving.
I want to try to be more active.
I want to get better at lifting weights and participate in Jack Levy Day.
I want to learn how to windsurf.
I want to try and learn French.
I want to drive a jet ski.
Hi everyone, I'm going to try and eat healthier.
I want to start pumping iron into my muscles again and try to bench 200
I
pounds.
want to get better at surfing and volleyball.
I want to try swimming with sharks. I want to become more consistent with my shots in basketball.
Try being more active during the school year.
I want to try going skydiving.
I want to try to become a better basketball player.
Want to get better at writing minuses.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dawn Levy. I'm Jack's mom. I'm thrilled to welcome you all to the 3rd annual Jack Charles Levy Alav HaShalom Fitness Day, in memory of and in celebration of our son Jack, Yeshayahu ben Chava. A day like today does not happen without the full commitment and support of this yeshiva and of every member of the school community. Thank you for hosting us today and doing so with such enthusiasm and joy. To the Fitness Day Committee, you have shown us such incredible friendship in the thoughtful way that you meticulously plan each and every detail of today. Your empathy, your kindness, and your love are deeply felt and always appreciated. Please know how much this day means to our family. We hope you'll all enjoy today, and I encourage you to just try it. Try something new and see where it takes you. Jack was full of life and lived every day to its fullest. He would have loved a day like today at Flatbush. Please remember today to smile for Jack. It will not only brighten your day, but it will definitely make others around you smile and be happy as well. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Sarah, and I'm Jack's older sister. Before I talk about what I want to share today, I felt it's important to tell you why today is the fitness day at the Yeshiva Flatbush and why everything in the school is orange. My brother had a true love for fitness. Now, to my brother, fitness and working out wasn't just going to the gym to look good. Working out became Jack's outlet for putting the rest of the pieces of his life together. Through fitness, he gained control, confidence, physical and mental strength, and freedom, which helped him live the way he did. The reason everything in the school is covered in orange is because it was Jack's favorite color. The color orange represents energy and excitement. They say that if orange is your favorite color, your personality traits are known to be warm, optimistic, good-natured, enthusiastic, tolerant, open-minded, extroverted, determined, and assertive, which is exactly how I remember my brother. His favorite color suited him, and if you knew Jack, I'm sure you'd agree. The theme of this year's Fitness Day is Just Try It, which embodies who my brother was. He was never afraid to try something new and never let anything stop him or get in his way. The message of today's Fitness Day is to not be afraid to try something new, even if it seems challenging or scary. Maybe you're afraid to fail, maybe you're worried you'll be embarrassed while doing it, or maybe you're just a super nervous or anxious person. What my brother would say to you all is that those things don't matter. Jack taught me that I have one life to live. I need to live it confidently, in the moment, and not be afraid to go out of my comfort zone. Even though Jack was younger than me, I learned and still learn a lot from him. As part of Jack's legacy, I have been trying out new things too. I can start off with the perfect example. the fact that I'm actually up here in the first place talking to all of you. Normally, I'm not the type of person who loves public speaking, but since today is Jack's 21st birthday, I felt that it was the perfect opportunity for me and perfect gift for Jack if I would venture out of my comfort zone and push myself. I felt it was important to share all the things that I've just tried to do because my brother's journey has inspired me, and my goal is to continue his legacy by inspiring you the way he inspired me. One of the things I admire the most about my brother was his carefree personality. He was never afraid of what others thought about him, but rather cared more about how he perceived himself. I think that that's what gave him the freedom to try new things so he can grow as a person. He knew inside that he had become a better person by trying the things that challenged him. When my brother started to work out, he had no idea what he was doing, but he did not let that stop him. He was never afraid to do something wrong or look funny while doing it because he understood that he had to practice to get good at it. During COVID, when he had just started working out, he literally broke a broomstick in half and tied 2-gallon water bottles to each side to lift weights. And even though we offered to buy him actual equipment because we told him he looked ridiculous, he continued to use his homemade gym equipment to practice until he got a better understanding of what things he wanted to order. He asked others who were good at it, he did his own research, and then he just started. Starting is half the battle. Once he picked up some tips and tricks, he dragged me along his fitness journey with him. I hated it at first, but now because of him, I have picked up my own routine of working out, and I love it. I have tried all new kinds of workout classes, have met some amazing coaches, and found such a good and healthy way to relieve life's stress and feel amazing inside and out. All because he encouraged me to try something new. What I always complimented Jack on the most was how he was able to balance sticking to a routine with the ups and downs of daily life. He loved to eat clean and work out, but also knew how to guiltlessly go out and enjoy all the good things and food that life has to offer. He didn't let one indulgent meal ruin his routine. He just got right back to it at the next meal. As most of us struggle in one way or another when it comes to the topic of food, I decided to try Jack's philosophy. And today, I can proudly say that I look at eating in a whole new light. I started learning about nutrition and taking care of my body from the inside out. I became comfortable with the fact that when life gets crazy, it's okay to fall out of a routine as long as I know that I get right back on track. By being creative, trying new foods, and learning about how the different foods fuel our bodies, I feel better than I ever did, and I will never look back. Not only was I able to change the way I look at food, I started a new hobby from it too. I decided to try starting an Instagram blog as a tribute to Jack to continue sharing this message and our love of cooking with the world. It was one of the best decisions I have ever made. Jack and I used to love cooking together. Creating new recipes was a bonding activity for us that started during COVID. The two of us loved spending endless nights in our kitchen, concocting random recipes, snacks, and cooking dinners for our family to enjoy. The thing we loved best was making healthier versions of our favorite recipes. You name it, we tried it. Now I get the privilege of sharing what I've learned with Jack with our younger brother, Mark. I even got him to join my Instagram blog with his own segment called Mark Cooks. On the other hand, I'm still trying to teach Joey how to boil a pot of water, but we're making progress. Now, don't get me wrong. When I started my cookbook page, my posts were probably not very good, and honestly, they were probably terrible. I didn't know anything about how to take pictures of food, how to make the professional-looking videos that go viral, how to connect with followers, or how to even continually come up with new content. But I didn't let that stop me. I'm still not perfect today, but that's what I really think life is about, to always keep trying and learning new things every day. Because I started my blog, many more people now know who Jack was and are actually helping me remember him and honor him in so many incredible ways. The community we have built on Sarah's Cookbook is like no other. It started as my closest circle of family and friends, and thank God has expanded into a community of over 3,000 people who are all connected by our love of easy recipes with simple ingredients. After Jack passed away, my family and I were literally in awe of the way our community of family and friends rallied to do so much in my brother's memory. As his older sister, I wanted to take something upon myself to raise money in his memory. I decided to try selling my delicious and very popular frozen chocolate quinoa squares to raise money for the Jack Charles Levy Hatzalah Center that will, God willing, be built in his memory. It was something very scary for me because I never owned a business and I didn't know where to start. I told myself that I would just try it, and if it didn't go well, I could just stop. Can you guess where I'm going with this? Because I wasn't afraid to try, and I pushed myself, even though I thought I could fail, I was able to reach my goal of donating a mezuzah for the brand new building. Not only was I able to raise money for the mezuzah, the amazing response of all my Instagram followers pushed me to start selling my treats in stores. Lastly, I have an announcement that I want to share with all of you in the spirit of today's theme of trying new things. I've committed to working on a special new project. I'm in the process of writing my very own cookbook that will be in memory of my brother. I hope to share the recipes that we loved making together, as well as some of Jack's favorite meals made by his family and friends. I know this cookbook is going to be amazing. It will be hard work, and it will probably be challenging because I've never done anything like it before. But in the end, I know that it will be an amazing tribute to Jack. I'm going to just try it. Jack was known for pushing people to try new things and be confident so they can discover their unique strengths and abilities. Even though he's no longer physically here, he's with me in whatever I do. I continue to learn and push myself because of him every day. I hope that what you take away from all that I've shared today is that you never know where life will take you unless you just try it. Sometimes people think that you need to be good at whatever it is that you try for the try to be considered a success. I wish they understood the truth. It's so much more than that. Of course, if you keep pushing yourself, you will likely get that much better at whatever it is you try, but being uncomfortable is how we grow. The act of trying something is already a win in itself. Thank you.
That's fine. Okay. Good morning, everybody. I'm Jack's dad. My topic for today, which is the same as actually the last 2 years that I always try to find something about it, is believe it to see it. If you've been in Jack's gym, you'll see it's written on one of the walls. But did you ever ask yourself, what does it really mean? Did you ever think, doesn't the saying go, you need to see it to believe it? I remember the first and actually only time Jack said this. It was a Friday night, and we were sitting around the table after Shabbat dinner. I don't recall what we were discussing, but Jack had blurted out, I need to believe it to see it. We all laughed and told him, you got it wrong. It's I need to see it to believe it. That's the way the saying goes. But Jack kept insisting that it was, I need to believe it to see it. Over the past 3 years, the more I thought about it, the more I came to realize how true this statement is. And I've come to the realization that Jack wanted to pass on a message that would help us in life. So I'm speaking to you today in hopes of passing his message to you. You need to believe it to see it can be seen in the words we say every day when we say Shema. God warns us, Velo taturu achare levavchem ve'achare nechem. Don't follow after your heart and after your eyes. And it's in my opinion that it was said in that order for a specific reason. I believe that God wanted to tell us and show us that a problem can first form in the heart, and then the eyes will follow. The eyes will project outwards what the heart believes inside. Once a person makes a decision, then what follows will be projected as how it is perceived. This is why it is important to make sure that when we make decisions in life, we try to allow reality to inform us and not let our perspective shape our reality. What it ultimately comes down to is that everything in life is perception of oneself and the world around them. Perception is up to the individual. If all one wants to do is be negative and not take chances and assume nothing is worth trying, then that is all one will see and experience in life, and life will be miserable. But if one tries to stay positive, see things in a positive way, take chances, try stepping out of their comfort zone, trying something at least once, not giving up after the first try, that person will live a happier and more meaningful life, a life with no regrets, because they can always say they gave it their best. We can find a great example of this in the story of Purim. Next week, when you're in shul listening to the Megillah, pay close attention, and you will see that both Esther and Haman were victims of see it to believe it. Haman's downfall was that he desired validation, probably because he didn't think much of himself, and he did whatever he could to obtain it. He wanted the favor of the king so badly that he actually bribed him so that he could put his plan in motion. Haman had no measure of self-worth, so when the king asked him about what should be done to a person who has favor in the eyes of the king, he told him what he thought was important so that he could show off to the people of Shushan. What could be more validating than being paraded around on the king's horse, wearing the king's clothing and the king's jewelry? Unfortunately, it seems like society hasn't changed much today because we still try to show off to others by wearing the trendiest styles, the fanciest jewelry, driving fancy cars, and sharing all of our experiences on social media. Hey, I'm here, look at me, look at what I have. That's no different than what Haman wanted to do. Now Esther, she was the complete opposite. Esther had the power, but she didn't feel like she was worthy of it. She must not have had confidence in herself, which is why she was scared to approach the king. She went as far as requesting that all the Jews pray and fast for her protection. She had to host 2 parties before she worked up the nerve to ask the king for her favor. Now comes Mordechai. Mordechai was a man that you can see was filled with self-confidence. He knew exactly who he was, which is probably why we read this pasuk out loud to remind us of how important it is to know who you are. Ish Yehudi haya b'Shushan habira ushmo Mordechai. He was a proud Jew, and he was not afraid to show it. This is who he was, and if you didn't like it, too bad. That's why he refused to bow to Haman and was not afraid to face the consequences. Now, Mordechai, he showed Esther the importance of believing in oneself and made her realize her true potential. As the pasuk says when he told her, Umi odea im le'et kazot hegat lamalchut. Who knows whether it was for such a time as this that you attained the royal position. He boosted Esther's confidence so that she had the courage to approach the king, even with the threat of death hanging over her. As the pasuk says, Vayehi bayom hashlishi, vatilbash Esther malchut, vata'amod bachatzer bet hamelech. On the 3rd day, Esther donned royalty and stood in the courtyard of the palace. After 3 days of fasting, which is meant for reflecting on oneself, she finally realized who she was and that she has a purpose in life, and she owned it. Where do we see that? It says, Vatilbash Esther Malchut. Esther donned royalty. She finally realized it. I'm the queen. The pasuk continued and it said she stood in the courtyard. Not she went to the courtyard. She stood there, confident. This is who I am. I'm going to go now and do what I need to do. Esther had the confidence, and nothing was going to stop her from reaching her potential. She did not succeed in her first attempt, so she threw a second party, which is when she achieved her goal. I believe the fact that Jack being born on the 9th of Adar Bet, only a few days before Purim, is not a coincidence. And the fact that his bar mitzvah was celebrated on Purim is not a coincidence either. To me, Jack resembles Mordechai. Confidence was a trait that Jack learned in life, and when he found it, he used it to help himself and to help others. His belief in himself is why he was able to achieve what he put his mind to. Even if he did not succeed the first time he tried, he persisted and was able to reach any goal he set for himself. He rose above social pressure, did not let it dictate how he lived his life or who he befriended. Instead, he rose above it, did what he felt was the right thing to do, had his own sense of style, and didn't care if other people liked it. He was so confident in his style that his peers sensed it and loved it. He saw the good in people, no matter what their social status was or what their background was, and he helped them in any way he can to make them realize their self-worth and rise to their potential, rise to their true potential. He always put the needs of others ahead of himself. I believe that Jack wanted to make sure we understood believe it to see it before he left this world. He introduced I need to believe it to see it that Friday night to me and his family so that we could put our lives into perspective and would then be able to pass his message along to others so that they understand how much of an impact it could make on their life in the way they perceive themselves, perceive others, and the world around them. I hope that I was successful in passing on Jack's message to all of you here today, and I hope that you will be able to take it and help improve your lives and the lives of others as Jack did, so that his legacy can continue. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Helena. I'm Jack's cousin. As I reflect on my third year participating in the Jack Charles Levy Fitness Day as a senior, I am reminded of the enduring impact Jack had on our lives. Each year, we gather to honor his memory and continue his legacy of passion and dedication to fitness and health. Jack was not just a cousin. He was my role model in countless ways, shaping the person I have become today. Jack's enthusiasm for helping others achieve their fitness goals was unmatched. His discipline serves as a constant reminder to prioritize health and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Throughout high school, Jack led by example, emphasizing the importance of stepping out of your comfort zone. Jack took upon himself to inspire, educate, and give the best advice to his friends so they can find joy in going to the gym and eating healthy. Following in Jack's footsteps, I created the JCL Girls Fitness Club, aiming to empower other girls in the school to work out and train consistently as a group. Jack carried himself with confidence, from the clothing he wore to the expressions on his face. Jack's infectious smile lit up any room, reminding us the power of positivity. From Jack, I've learned that confidence isn't just about the clothes we wear, but also about the way we carry ourselves. Today, when I carry myself with confidence, I feel as though I am embodying a legacy that would make Jack proud. As I approach the final months of my senior year, I feel a sense of responsibility to pass on Jack's legacy to my younger siblings who will represent him in the years to come. I hope that by sharing special memories Jack and I created, we will continue to honor him and inspire others to pursue their fitness goals with passion and determination.
Hi, my name is Gabby. I decided to write a letter to my cousin for his 21st birthday. Dear Jack, happy birthday. I know that you're looking down and smiling at all of us because that's what you always did when you were here. This year at dance, I moved up a level onto the extreme team. At first, I didn't know if I could handle it or if it would be too challenging for me, but I remembered how you always taught me to never give up. Your strength and your motivation continues to inspire me every day. Every time I get anxious and I feel like I can't handle all of the pressure, I hear your voice in my head telling me to keep going and work hard because in the end I will succeed. Your positive mindset and outlook on life helps me get through the hard times, and I will forever see the good in everything because of you. I love you, I miss you, and I promise to continue your legacy and to always smile and spread positivity. Happy birthday. Love, your favorite cousin, Gabby.
Thank you. Today's just about that. Trying something new, pushing yourself, not just physically, but mentally. We want to take Jack's memory and turn it into a legacy to inspire us every single day. Today, you're going to take part in a session. Juniors are going to have their session period 7. Seniors are going to have their session period 8. But we also encourage you to take part in the lunch activities that we have today, smoothie making, and protein pops food demonstration with Stephanie Zakai. We're going to do something special because today is Jack's 21st birthday, March 13th. We have 21 balloons, and his close family and friends are going to share a message, and we're going to release the balloons so it could go up to him, and he could see how proud and that we're smiling at him, and he's smiling down on us. Thank you so much.